I hope this lasts forever. Have you ever said that to yourself? When something amazing happens to you, you wish it would never end. When it's the opposite, it can't end soon enough. With every beginning comes an ending, and there can be no ending without a beginning. One of the most celebrated figures in human history believed this, and it's this understanding that is the cause of so much relief and at the same time, so much angst in modern society. Today we'll embark on a journey as we try to unravel both the pleasure and the pain of the law of impermanence.
Once in a bustling city, there lived a wise old bookstore owner named Mr. Thompson. He cherished his collection of rare books, each one holding stories of lives lived and worlds explored. One day, a young customer asked, "How can you be so attached to these books when they may get damaged or lost?" Mr. Thompson smiled and replied, "Imagine these books as moments in our lives. Each one is a chapter, and the bookstore, our shared existence. Just as the pages yellow and bindings wear, so do our days transform. Impermanence is the ink that writes the narrative of our lives." As the city underwent changes, the once thriving bookstore faced the inevitable march of progress. Despite the sadness of closing, Mr. Thompson gathered the community for a farewell celebration. Just as this bookstore must close its doors, so do our moments give way to new chapters, he explained. In the midst of change, the community discovered a little library initiative where everyone could contribute and borrow books freely. The wisdom from Mr. Thompson's collection spread through the neighborhood, reminding each person that in the impermanence of the bookstore's closure, a new story was unfolding. And so the people learned that life's impermanence is not a loss, but an opportunity for new stories, just like the closing of one bookstore opened the door to a vibrant and thriving new literary community.
Picture life as a novel where each passing moment unfolds as a new page in the narrative of our journey. This wisdom encourages us to immerse ourselves fully in the ongoing plot of the present. The understanding here is knowing that everything changes. The good may eventually change into something less good. The bad may change into something less bad. All experiences are fleeting, and the age-old idiom, "nothing lasts forever," is actually anchored in ancient and esoteric wisdom, posited by a man who had great wealth and decided to give it all up to investigate the mysteries of life. And it's this teaching that warns, don't get too attached to anything, because you just might lose it. Buddha's teachings have been a staple of many belief systems for thousands of years. The teachings continue to thrive because there is a kernel of truth to what he prescribes, if when looked at objectively. Buddha, whose real name was Siddhartha Gautama, often discussed the three marks of existence in Buddhism, which consisted of anicca, also known as impermanence, dukkha, which is suffering, and anatta, which is non-self. Anicca teaches us that all things are in a constant state of flux and change. When one doesn't practice anicca, attachment and craving may occur for things that are impermanent, which, as Master Yoda would say,
leads to suffering.
We can summarize Buddha's teachings to staying anchored in the present. When we take on this perspective, we create an enhanced appreciation for the beauty inherent in each passing moment. However, a potential downside lies in the challenge of breaking free from the habitual tendency to dwell in the past or project into the future.
Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Make your peace with that and all will be well. In accepting the impermanence of all things, your relationships can deepen and become more precious. Time can be a great healer, or a great teacher, or a great purifier. The river of time can wash away the mud of bitterness, hatred, and desire. The river of time can cleanse the wounds of the past. So, let go of the shore, enter the flow of the river, and embrace the present moment, for in it all things are born anew.
And we discuss this quite a bit, don't we? Being in the moment, living in the present. Impermanence is no more real and apparent than in the present moments, because once we are present, moments wash away like sands on the shore. On the flip side, the idea that moments are, well, momentary, are the cause of much heartache and dismay for many. The idea that a moment will end can cause one to keep chasing moments, and the only thing that leads to is living for the future, which is really only half living. For as you're waiting for your moment, life itself is passing you by. So what can we do? First, we need to realize and understand that impermanence is a fact. That's the only thing that's permanent. I'm sure you've all heard the saying that the only constant is change. Well, that gets its roots from the law of impermanence. So take a few minutes each day to engage in mindfulness, whatever that means for you, and witness without judgment the changing of seasons, friends, lovers, intentions, and values. Are you the same person that you were 10 years ago? Well, if your answer is no, then welcome to the law of impermanence. Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Vietnamese Zen Buddhist monk, was a master of mindfulness. He urges us to find grace in the ever-changing rhythms of life. By doing so, we cultivate a perspective that lies in creating a mindset that allows for flexibility and acceptance.
In embracing impermanence, we dance with the ever-changing rhythms of life. Like leaves falling from a tree, each moment is a graceful descent into the unknown, carrying the beauty of existence in its fleeting dance. Let go of the illusion of permanence, and you will discover the poetry written in the language of impermanence, where every word is a heartbeat echoing through the vastness of eternity.
So, through mindfulness, we attune ourselves to the subtleties of life's dance, uncovering its beauty in transitory moments. A real-world example of impermanence can be observed in the business world. For instance, a once thriving retail business may suddenly face challenges which can lead to the closure of branches or even the transformation of the entire company to adapt to new demands. On the other side, however, impermanence can also bring about opportunities for innovation, growth, and adaptation. A struggling company might pivot its business model, embracing new technologies, showcasing how impermanence can be a catalyst for renewal and resilience. Thich Nhat Hanh also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things. He suggests that recognizing impermanence is closely tied to understanding that everything is interconnected and interdependent, which is no more prominent than his famous teaching on the pebble as a symbol. First, choose a small, smooth pebble that fits comfortably in your hand. Then, sit in a relaxed position, focusing your attention on your breath. Breathe in and out naturally, allowing your breath to become calm and steady. Hold the pebble in your hand and bring your full awareness to the sensation of touching it. Feel its texture, temperature, and weight. Let go of any distracting thoughts, anchoring your attention in the present moment. Recognize the act of holding the pebble as a moment of being fully present. Allow the simplicity of this action to bring your mind into a state of mindfulness. As you hold the pebble, consider the interconnectedness of all life. Reflect on the vast journey that the pebble has undergone, the Earth's history encapsulated in its form. Recognize the impermanence and interdependence of all things. The teaching on the pebble is not just about the pebble itself, but extends to the broader application of mindfulness in daily activities. He encourages practitioners to bring this awareness into ordinary tasks, turning them into opportunities for mindfulness and deep connection with the present moment. While the practice of impermanence through mindfulness came natural to Thich Nhat Hanh, there are others who viewed impermanence like many of us have viewed our own lives. As we tried to explain away every moment of our existence, there was a profound philosopher who treated impermanence as he treated life, as a mystery. Alan Watts. Words cannot describe how much I value and admire this man. Though parts of his life are surrounded in judgment and controversy, I tend to gravitate more to his teachings more than his lifestyle. Alan was a philosopher, a writer, a speaker, and an interpreter of Eastern philosophy for Western audiences. He explored impermanence in the context of his broader discussions on life and existence. And he saw life as a mysterious journey rather than a problem to be solved.
Life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. Embrace the uncertainty, for in the impermanence of all things, you will find the constant invitation to explore, create, and partake in the ever-unfolding beauty of existence.
He emphasized that everything in the universe is in a constant flux. He encouraged acceptance of the impermanent nature of life and argued that suffering arises when individuals resist the natural flow of change and try to hold on to things that are inherently transient. Nothing is certain, and everything is impermanent, which I found out through having my heart broken by someone who I loved very deeply. Many years ago, I had a romantic relationship with a wonderful woman who brought joy and ease into my life. And I wasn't used to that at all because I was just coming off a divorce. Though I believed we loved each other very much, we were at very different points in our lives. She decided to take a contract job for 6 months halfway across the world, promising me that nothing would change and we would continue our relationship when she got back. Well, when she got back, things changed. She wasn't the same person anymore, and she had grown quite a bit away from me. I just wanted things to be the same. I wanted her to be the same girl I fell for when I first laid eyes on her, and I struggled to accept that she had changed. See, what we had was not permanent because, again, nothing is. It was one of the best times of my life and I didn't want it to end, but she grew and I could only do what was right, which was I had to let her go. I was gutted. Impermanence paid me a visit and it didn't bring me a housewarming present. Or did it? A month later, I was introduced to Vipassana meditation, which for those of you who have tried it know it's a life-changing practice. And guess what Vipassana teaches you? That nothing lasts forever. Moments are transient and your reactions dictate your ease of living. Impermanence hit me hard, but it gave me a wonderful gift as well. The uncertainty of whether she would stay or go gave me much anxiety, but it's this uncertainty that Alan Watts asks us to examine.
Once in a busy metropolis, there was a vibrant tech company led by a visionary CEO named Maya. The company's success seemed boundless, with each quarter bringing new innovations and breakthroughs. Employees were immersed in the fast-paced world of technology, always striving for the next big thing. One day, Maya gathered her team and shared a parable about impermanence. She spoke of a state-of-the-art smartphone they had developed, a device that epitomized cutting-edge technology. "This smartphone," she said, holding it up, "represents our achievements, but also the impermanence of the tech industry." As the months passed, a newer, sleeker device emerged from a competitor, rendering their once revolutionary smartphone obsolete. The team was disheartened, but Maya gathered them once again, saying, "Our creations are like apps on this grand device of life. They have their moment, and then new ones take their place." Instead of dwelling on the past, the team embraced change. They pivoted to new projects, always staying ahead of the curve. The lesson was clear. In the ever-evolving landscape of technology and life, impermanence isn't a setback. It's the force that propels innovation.
So impermanence isn't a defeat, but it's an invitation to adapt, evolve, and continually create. As a practice in the coming weeks, identify a change in your life, big or small, and consciously seek the opportunity within it. Embrace the impermanence, recognizing that endings are often gateways to new and enriching experiences. And ask yourself, how can I transform this change into an opportunity for growth? Or maybe into a brand new start? Buddha, Thich Nhat Hanh, Alan Watts. Just a few timeless figures who explored impermanence. Impermanence urges us to view change not as a challenge, but as an opportunity for growth, adaptation, and continuous discovery. The wisdom imparted by these teachers emphasizes the significance of grounding ourselves in the present, acknowledging it as the nexus of existence. So, always remember to embrace the present moment. Learn from Buddha's wisdom. Life is a continuous dance, and focusing on the present allows a deep connection with the ever-changing rhythms of existence. Cultivate mindfulness. Follow Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings. View impermanence as a rhythmic dance, practicing mindfulness to appreciate each step, fostering flexibility and acceptance. Embrace life as a mystery. Adapt Alan Watts' perspective. Life is not a problem, but a mystery. Embrace uncertainty, explore, create. Turn impermanence into an opportunity for wonder and growth. Find beauty in change. Draw inspiration from the change you see around you. Like Mr. Thompson's bookstore transforming closure into a communal library, see endings as a gateway to new beginnings, fostering innovation and community. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to hang with me today as we explored impermanence and how accepting it into your life can create profound change. It's not merely a concept to be understood intellectually, but a profound truth to be embraced experientially. It invites us to relinquish our attachment to the illusion of control and to bend gracefully with the ever-changing rhythms of life. If you found any value in today's video, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated, and together I truly believe we can raise the vibration of our planet. Also, feel free to leave suggestions in the comments on topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes. Once again, I'm Sean Hakim. Thank you so much for visiting, and remember, I have not told you anything you already don't know.